Good, very, very early morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dan Dawson Show. So I've been up for hours. I think my cat is meowing crazily in the middle of the night and waking me up. There you go. But today, I just found out Dominion has been caught cheating. Now I know what you're all thinking. We already know about Dominion changing votes and the Trump campaign and the 2020 election. But, Dan's not talking about the 2020 election. You see, Dominion has also been caught changing votes in the 2016 Democrat primary. You know, the one where people couldn't figure out how a hated person like Hillary Clinton beat out a person with a humongous grassroots effort like Bernie Sanders. You see? When that happened, because keep in mind at that time I wasn't really, I didn't know where to go. It's like, I'm just going to listen to him, see what happens. But when Hillary beat out Bernie in the Democratic primary, mind you, even I raised an eyebrow. I was like, how'd that happen? It's like, well, maybe Bernie didn't have the support that everybody thought he had. And this really interests the Bernie bros. Just think about it. In 2016, it could have been President Bernie Sanders. And keep in mind, I did not agree with anything, not one word that comes out of that man's mouth. Because it's all delusional, it's all childlike, it's all this fantasy world, and, we're going to pay every American to live, and we're going to provide free housing, free food, free clothing, and no, that's stupid. And it's socialism. It's what the Nazi Party promised. But it's still, I wonder, how did Hillary Clinton on the Democrat side beat out Bernie Sanders? And then today, early this morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning, I find out that Dominion called those votes. And they clipped them for Hillary. The electronic service that's not even run in this country, the servers aren't even in this country. So now you have a foreign nation not only deciding who our president is, who our leader is, but deciding who's going to come out of what election. That has to stop. That has to stop. I think we need a federal agency that's going to take over governmental control of counting votes. You can't leave it to a private company that's run over in Sweden or wherever. It has to be here. So now think about 2016. Now it's not Hillary running against Trump, but it's Bernie Sanders running against Trump. Hell, Bernie might have won for all we know. He might have actually won that election. So think about that. And remember, in the 2016 election, Trump did not actually win the popular vote. He won the Electoral College. So the Electoral College understand what was going on back then? People, this needs to be checked out. If you're a lover of democracy, and if you want your vote to count, Dominion has to go. Now, it's going to be hard to make them go because they've already packed up their offices. Their head people are leaving, and guess who called it out? Trump. So no matter what you think about the man, if you're a Bernie Sanders supporter or if you just want your vote to count, you owe Trump one. Because he brought this to the forefront. Brought it to the forefront. Because if it wasn't for the Electoral College, Dominion, which is run by a foreign nation, would have declared Hillary Clinton president. That's why we have to keep the Electoral College. We have to keep these people in check. But yeah, if you're a Bernie bro, go back and look into that. And then justify to me how Bernie, with so much popularity in the Democrat Party, lost to Hillary, who had so much animosity and hate in the Democrat Party. how'd she win? And through her whole campaign, it felt like she wasn't worried about it. Even SNL made fun of how unworried she was because she already knew the result. This Dominion thing has to go. Those people, anybody involved with this has to be prosecuted. I don't care if they're in this country or they're not. The Dominion employees have dropped off of social media. They're scattering out of the country. I say we go find them, we bring them back, we charge them. So now it comes out that Dominion was programmed at a 1.25 clip to get votes for Joe Biden and a 0.75 to give him to Donald Trump in an election this close. If you do not think that made a difference, you have no idea what you're talking about. And then go back for my Bernie bros, right? And ask yourself, how did a bumbling old man, a bumbling fool like Joe Biden beat Bernie Sanders? Because I don't like Bernie. I don't agree with not a word he says because to me it's all stupid. But he was a lot sharper, a lot more well-spoken, and in a lot better position to come out of the Democratic run this time around. But he didn't. The Democrats' chosen representative, which we all knew was going to be Joe Biden, came out. And then he chose, of all people, Kamala Harris, who will do anything to advance her career. She's like the Indian Hillary Clinton. Just like the Indian Hillary Clinton. Just think about that. Let me know what you think about Dominion being caught, all their executives, a lot of their employees packing up and running. Think about it. So thank you for watching this episode of The Dan Dawson Show. Like, subscribe, share. Do what you got to do.